everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is really exciting, and that is because I've got a brand new bike, but you might notice that this one isn't an electric bike and it's also not a Haibike, and the reason for this is because Haibike exclusively just make e-bikes, and I went to them and asked if I could have a non-e-bike, and they very kindly let me have this Lapierre, which is the sister company, if you like, of Haibike in the UK. So I'm super lucky, and in this video I'm going to take you through and do a little bike check. So I'm going to kick things off by talking about the frame. This is a Pierre Zesty TR 5.9 in a really nice sort of silvery colour. It's 120mm travel, and I just love how they've done the graphics in like a neon orange. It really makes it pop, and the geometry of the bike as well feels really good to ride. Next up is the suspension, and up front I've got the Fox Rhythm 34 120mm travel fork, and they have got an option to lock out, but I don't actually need to lock them out. I run them pretty soft. I'm quite lightweight, so there's no need for me to actually have them locked out. And the reason I run them pretty soft as well is because I do quite a lot of downhilling, but also I don't have them like super soft, because if I am going to do a jump, then I don't want to like flop up the takeoff and end up like in a pile on the floor. The rear shock is a Fox Float DPS 120mm travel as well, and there is obviously the option here to lock the rear shock out as well, but I don't tend to do that. I like to have my bike pretty soft. Moving on to the wheels, and these are a Halo Vortex set in 29-inch. This one's a boost, and the rear has the Super Drive hub, which has 120 clicks of engagement, so there's no skipping at all. Both of them are also tubeless too, which is sick. Come to the cockpit area of the bike now, and I have got Gusset S2 bars, which are 20mm rise, and that is in a Gusset S2 stem, which is 33mm reach and 35mm clamp. On the ends of the bars you've got the Gusset S2 lock-on grips. These are super soft, and we've also got the oil slick collars, which I think looks sick as well, especially in this light. You get all sorts of colours coming out. And we've also got the SRAM guide brakes, which is what came on the bike. I also added some carbon spacers here. They were just normal ones, and I just wanted to add a bit more style, so I got some carbon ones, which I think look pretty cool. To match the carbon spacers up front, I also have a Gusset S2 saddle, but the difference with this one is we've got the carbon rails, which looks awesome. So I've got a fair bit of carbon going on this bike, which is sick. To continue the carbon theme, I'm going to talk about the cranks now, which are the SRAM X1 Eagle crankset, and they are carbon, which is sick. I've never ever owned a set of carbon cranks before, so it'll be interesting to see what the difference is and if I actually notice any difference. Also on the cranks are the Gusset S2 pedals, which have the pins in, and obviously they've got the strength in the areas that need them the most, and these pedals I run on every single bike that I've got, and they're pretty sick. I love them. Moving towards this end of the bike now, and we've got a SRAM Eagle derailleur, which is on a SRAM 12-speed cassette, which gives me plenty of option for gears, and means that you can climb uphill and also shred downhill as well, and jumps and things like that, which is sick. This bike also comes with a dropper post, which is cool because you can easily put your seat up if you need to climb up a hill, or equally if you come across a gnarly downhill track, you can just drop it down and send. So there we have it. That is pretty much all of the parts of this bike. My main favourite features of this bike, I'd say the biggest one being the actual size of the bike. It is a size small, and it works perfect for me because where I'm sort of learning to jump and things like that, having a smaller bike helps me in being able to manoeuvre it in the air and lift it up and actually get that air as well. Another feature as well that I like about this bike is the fact that it has got 29-inch wheels, and I only started riding 29-inch wheels when I got my e-bike, which is the mullet setup, so it has the 29-inch front wheel and the 27.5 inch back wheel, and I really noticed the difference because going downhill you're that much higher up. And it's the same with this bike. I've ridden it only a few times, but I've ridden it at Black Mountains, which is kind of like a downhilly free ride zone, and I definitely noticed that I was picking up much more rolling speed, but also when going down like rock gardens and things like that, the bigger wheels just glide over them and you don't really feel it, and it also feels much more stable too. Another feature that I like, obviously, it's got to be the wheels, because the Halo Vortex stickers you can change up, so it's allowed me to match the colour scheme of this bike. So obviously there's the red decals on the frame and things like that, so I've been able to match the stickers to the actual frame of the bike. Obviously, like I've said before, the oil slick components that Gusset make are awesome, and the fact they've done the carbon seat which I can match to the carbon spacers is pretty sick. So it's all matching, which is awesome. I'm super stoked to actually have my own non-e-bike. I've never ever ridden one before, so I'm super interested to try it out and see how it feels with doing jumps and downhills and stuff like that. I want to say a massive thank you to Haibike for supplying this bike for me. I'm at the ball track today, and I'm going to in a minute film another video where I use this bike on the dirt jumps, so if you're interested in seeing that and following how I get on riding this bike, then click the link. I'll leave it somewhere in this video once it's out. So there we go, that is my bike check complete. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and you like the bike. Leave some comments below, put in some suggestions of what you'd like to see me do on this bike or where I could go and things like that, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!